Tonight on the Night Team. Piles of snow still linger from Kentuckiana's winter storm, and today more snow fell to add to it. Local hardware stores are still restocking from the foot we saw already, and now they're ready for what's to come in the cold.
All three of those will be gone in 5 hours, 6 hours if a storm hits.
Plus, hours after TikTok went dark in the U.S., it's now back up and running, thanking President-elect Donald Trump. And later,
teaches us that service to others is not just an obligation, but a privilege to be able to give.
Local church leaders and civil rights activists are honoring Martin Luther King Jr. while looking to the community for future change. Right now on the WHAS11 Night Team. Now take a look at that snow falling over the metro earlier today, truly making it look like a winter wonderland. Well, it's nothing like the foot Kentuckiana saw 2 weeks ago, though. But now, as the snow clears, the temperatures will continue to fall, and we're looking at bitter cold temperatures. If you've stepped outside at all tonight, you've felt exactly what we're talking about, and it's continuing into tomorrow, with afternoon highs only reaching the teens. Thanks for joining us here on the Night Team. I'm Alex Dieterer. Now let's get you right over to meteorologist Danielle Moss, who is tracking how cold we can expect it to get. And Danielle, are we done with the snow?
Well, we are completely done with the winter weather for sure. That winter weather advisory that expired. We're done with the snowfall. Now our focus has shifted to the cold weather. Here's a look. We are under a cold weather advisory for the entire area. So anticipate that cold Arctic air. It's going to be dangerously cold, and that does impact your wind chill. So what it feels like outside, it will feel much colder than the actual temperature. Today was definitely a cold day. Our high 33 degrees. That's 10 degrees below our average. Plenty of sunshine as we look forward. Today, the cloud cover didn't really help us a lot, and a lot of places saw a pretty good amount of snowfall as well. Tonight is going to be a cold one, 4 degrees in Louisville, so make sure that you are prepared. A lot of people are off for the holiday tomorrow. If you have to do anything outside, make sure you are prepared for the cold. You want to dress in layers. Make sure that you are prepared for the winds as they continue to blow. Our high will be around 18 degrees, but some of us could be having a 15-mile-an-hour wind throughout the day, and that's going to make it feel much colder. Here's looking at futurecast for you. Cloud cover still hanging around overnight, but these temperatures are going to drop drastically. In fact, in the morning around 8 a.m., temperatures into the single digits. Make sure you are prepared for that cold weather. As you head throughout the rest of your Monday, we're going to have plenty of clearing, plenty of sunshine. It just will not be warm. I have more details on what you can expect for the rest of your week coming up.
Thank you, Danielle. Local hardware stores are still restocking winter weather essentials following the first round of snow that we saw this winter. You can see stacks and stacks of ice melter here at the Preston Highway Ace Hardware. We spoke with Cody Harmon from Ace Hardware today, who tells us there are 3 key things people buy when the snow starts coming down.
It actually, it's sleds, shovels, and salt, and you get bombarded with that. And like, the rest of the store, nobody even walks the rest of the store. Everybody's in panic mode, you know.
And with these cold temperatures, some things to keep in mind at your home when it comes to your house. Drip your faucets to help prevent pipes from freezing. Keep cabinet doors open so the heat from the house can reach the pipes too. Remove outdoor garden hoses and cover hose bibs to give them added protection. And know where your water shutoff valve is if your home does spring a leak. A child is dead after a car crash in Brandenburg, Kentucky yesterday afternoon. Kentucky State Police say Kevin Owens was turning left from KY 313 onto River Ridge Plaza when he turned into the path of a dump truck. Owens and his juvenile passenger were both not wearing a seatbelt, and they were both taken to the Harrison County Hospital in Corydon, Indiana, where the child later died. The driver of the dump truck was wearing his seatbelt at the time. KSP is investigating the crash. And we now know the names of the 2 people killed in a December shooting where 5 people total were shot. Morris Felton and Craig Robinson died from multiple gunshot wounds after the shooting on Garland Avenue back in December. Police arrested Ibrahim Beleda in connection with the shooting. Court documents say Beleda shot into the garage and hit multiple people. 3 other people were injured. He's being held at Metro Corrections on a $1 million bond. New tonight, LMPD says it's working hard to investigate long-term missing persons cases. Bradley Ross went missing from Falcon Drive in Audubon Park in January of 2006. Ross was 49 years old at the time. According to LMPD, the Missing Persons Unit receives about 2,000 missing person reports every year. They say 70% of those involve juveniles between the ages of 13 to 17, with many of them being habitual runaways. LMPD says the other 30% are adults. The sooner you file a missing persons report, the sooner LMPD says they can help. We have a link on our website with more information about Ross and how to file a missing persons report. President-elect Donald Trump will be sworn in tomorrow for a second term in the White House. Top Trump officials tell ABC News the president-elect is preparing to take more than 200 executive actions on his first day. ABC's Christian Cordero has the latest.
The stage is set for President-elect Donald Trump's return to the White House. After months-long preparations on the National Mall, single-digit temperatures forced Trump's swearing-in ceremony to the Capitol Rotunda. Supporters who made the trip to D.C. will now watch from inside the nearby Capital One Arena.
We were coming to the rally anyway, so I'm excited to be able to see him and support.
I'm ready to have this world turned around, and it's been a long 4 years, and I'm ready.
At the Inauguration Eve rally, USA! Kid Rock and the Village People performed alongside Trump's signature dance. The president-elect then doubling down on a series of campaign promises.
We're all going to be sworn in together.
Top officials tell ABC News Trump plans to take more than 200 executive actions on his first day in office under one document in what they are calling an omnibus executive action.
Oh, you're going to have a lot of fun watching television tomorrow. Somebody said yesterday, sir, don't sign so many in one day. Let's do it over a period of weeks. I said, like hell, we're going to do it over weeks. We're going to sign them at the beginning.
Among the potential declarations, a national emergency on the U.S.-Mexico border, rescinding any DEI or gender-related directives from the Biden administration, and repealing rules on electric vehicles. He's also expected to delay the ban on TikTok by 90 days, a ban Trump supported and acted on 4 years ago. Congress passed the ban into law with bipartisan support, citing national security concerns, and the Supreme Court unanimously upheld the law. The app went dark in the U.S. on Saturday ahead of the ban taking effect. It returned for users hours later with a message thanking Trump. It's unclear how the TikTok ban will be resolved long-term. Its CEO has a front-row seat to Trump's swearing-in ceremony at the Capitol. Christian Cordero, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
At Trump's pre-inauguration rally, the president-elect proposed new terms of a deal with TikTok, where the U.S. would own half of the company. But the details remain murky, and it's unclear whether Trump was proposing control by the U.S. government or another company. Trump did not elaborate during a rally tonight where he hailed the move.
So they'll have a partner, the United States, and they'll have a lot of bidders, and the United States will do what we call a joint venture. And there's no risk. We're not putting up any money. So whether you like TikTok or not, we're going to make a lot of money.
However, members of Trump's own party in the Senate are already pushing back against the extended proposal. Senator Tom Cotton, the chairman of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, warned that on social media there is no legal basis for an extension, saying in part, quote, any company that hosts, distributes, services, or otherwise facilitates communist-controlled TikTok could face hundreds of billions of dollars of ruinous liability under the law. Think about it, end quote. And remember, WHAS11 will be streaming the entire inauguration tomorrow. We'll offer extended coverage of the event as President-elect Donald Trump is sworn back into the Oval Office. And a reminder that WHAS11 at noon and at 4 p.m. will also be streamed tomorrow. You can watch all of that on our WHAS11 Plus streaming app, which is available for download wherever you get your apps.
My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream.
On the eve of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Louisville has gathered together inside the Kentucky Center for Performing Arts to celebrate Dr. King's vision, a vision that has taken the shape of progress over the years. And as WHAS11 Night Team's Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Aspen Hester found, many are still keeping that dream alive.
It takes the willingness to stand by and do what has to be done.
Keepers of the Dream, a Louisville celebration honoring Martin Luther King Jr. and his legacy through art. And lift up those who continue the civil rights leaders' work. JCPS School Board Chair and pastor of Burnett Avenue Baptist Church, Reverend Dr. Corey Scholl, one of two who received the Freedom Award.
I was stunned. I'm still stunned. I feel like I have a lot more work to do in order to live up to the honor that this award bestows.
For his work in mentoring and education.
The first place is we rioted in 1968. The riot broke out.
Speaking about riots after King's death on streets in the Parkland neighborhood, community advocate for policing Bishop Dennis Lyons remembering King's legacy with his members of Gospel Missionary Church.
It brings us back to let our community know where we come from, let us know where we are, and it also gives us a hint of where we are going.
An important reminder in a city that continues to fight for equality.
Until justice becomes the norm, there is still work to do.
Honoring King with a reminder to take action into your own hands to create justice.
I think as we come upon Martin Luther King celebration, we have to take that statement to heart.
Let us march on to victory. The fight continues with bright hearts and eager minds in Louisville. Clarice Shaley, WHAS11 Night Team, on your side.
And there are plenty of events happening across the metro tomorrow to honor Dr. King. We have a full list on our website, WHAS11.com.